Okay, here we go. This first part should be review for you. You still have to write it down because odds are good. You don't know them all. Okay?
Are we going to need a verb to
You will need one verb to later. We're starting with notes. Because it has a D word. Therefore, it's not a verb. Okay. How do you say that? What does it mean? Color. Oh, color, singular. Make it plural. Then it means colors. My computer has decided to, every now and again, sound like a jet taking off. And no, I don't have a CD drive or anything, so it's not like I have something spinning in there. Isn't that weird?
Because it's hot. Get it?
Back to it. So, raise your hand and tell me one of the colors that you remember. Rachel. Schwarz. Good. What does schwarz mean?
Black.
Yes. My favorite color ever. You spell it wrong.
Okay, everybody. Schwarz.
Schwarz.
Jaden. Blau. What does blau mean? Blue.
Second favorite color. Just take
Okay, everybody. Blau.
Blau.
Okay. Udo macht Judo.
Rot.
Rot. What does rot mean?
Red.
Red. For the record, this is the first time the textbook is teaching you colors. That's why we're doing it.
Isn't it orange?
So, chapter 7. All right, everybody. Rot.
Rot. Pink.
What is pink?
Hot pink.
Richtig. I'm sure you all know how to say pink, so we're not going to practice that one. Anna. Lila. And what is lila? Purple.
Looks like lilac.
Yeah, it looks a little bit like lilacs. And remember Lila from Futurama? Purple hair?
The one with the one eye.
Yes, her name is, if you use German, is purple. Alright.
Oh, purple.
What else?
That.
Eli.
Weiß.
Vice. Good. And what is vice?
White.
White. That's enough. What else? Rachel. Grün. Oh, I almost wrote grün. And what does grün mean?
Green.
Green.
Isn't orange orange?
Green, I'd be really upset.
If what?
If that didn't mean green, I'd be really upset.
Yeah. Jaden. Gelb. Good. What is gelb? Yellow. Okay, not to be confused with Geld. What is Geld? Money. Wow, you guys know that one. Okay.
It sounded like a cow.
Do you not remember Gucci Gang?
Don't even bring that up.
Okay. Majeski. Orange. Sehr gut. Everybody, orange. It's spelled the same, so I'm not gonna. Yeah. Sometimes it's just orange. Okay. The French. He stole it from Zen's. Others. Yeah?
I think it's silver.
Silber. Richtig. Gut, everybody, Silber.
Silver.
Want me to start prompting you with the ones that we don't have yet? Yeah? Rosa. Good, and what is rosa? Pink. Yep. Say again? Grün? Oh, close. Say it like the English. What does it mean in English?
Brown.
Oh, there's the German word. Okay.
Oh.
Ah. Okay, everybody, brown.
Yeah, I did it.
Why does it say brown? Oh, but I spelled brown.
It's pronounced brown in German.
Oh.
So it's pronounced the same.
Okay.
Braun is how Americans would say it, like the paper towel company. Something like that. Or isn't it Brawny? Was that WNY or something? I don't know. Whatever. It's pronounced brown. That's all I know.
Wait, is how you say like brown eyes differently?
Brown Augen. Yeah, the E is an adjective ending.
Is that why I said gruna? Is
That's why you said Gruna. Yeah, so you weren't wrong.
because
You just added the adjective ending to it. Mm-hmm. Let's see, what about gray? Wie sagt man gray? Grau. Good.
When's our first test?
Don't remember off the top of my head. It's online. What about gold? Gold. Yeah, it's the same. A little bit more of a T sound at the end, though.
Gray's my favorite color too.
What about beige? Beige, yeah. Remember that one from describing houses? Mein Haus ist mittelgroß, beige und hat 2 Stock. Es hat auch 4 Zimmer. Or whatever.
I don't remember that.
Because he told me her personality is beige.
What about colorful? You've seen this word already.
Regenbogen.
Regenbogen is rainbow.
Oh, that's close.
Bunt. Yeah, remember you had that one yesterday in your notes. We're going to write it again. Everybody, bunt. Okay, something new to add. I think that gets all of our colors that we need to go over. You can add 2 words to them, okay, to make them slightly different. Okay, so for example, dunkelblau. Okay, everybody try dunkelblau. And that's dark blue. So it's dark whatever.
Ooh.
Okay, so in most cases it works. Not so much, you know, dunkelschwarz or dunkelweiß, because that doesn't make sense. Okay, or dunkelbunt. It just sounds fun, but it doesn't make sense. Okay, another one. Ooh. What do you think hellblau means then? Light blue.
Oh, I have a story.
I'm still recording, just remember that.
I know, that's what I was going to say.
Good deal.
Huh?
Okay, we have a verb T next. By the way, after this chapter, we are doing a verb unit. So we're actually going to be practicing only verbs and stuff so that you can get back in the swing of conjugating verbs. I think you mean woohoo!
Just say puke. I heard puke. I'm sorry.
Still recording, still recording. Okay. Wissen, what does wissen mean? What does wissen mean? Oh, it means to know.
Wow.
When you're talking about a fact or an idea. Okay. Okay, this is an irregular verb. Okay, the whole left side is irregular. So, you may remember this joke now. Do you remember the cartoon? I'm sure I drew it for you last year.
I remember that it was a thing that happened.
There we go. Okay, so if weiß is how you conjugate it for ich, for du, just to add the T. You don't need to add an extra S. And es, yes, and man is the same as ich. Okay, so weiß, weißt, weiß. Right side's normal though. So wir wissen, ihr wisst, and sie wissen. And there is a difference between the S sets and the 2 S's. Because remember, it depends on what vowel sound it follows. So. Can I go on?
Sure, why not?
Dankeschön. Okay. Back to your regular notes. Gesundheit. What is that asking? Welche Farbe ist das Buch? So notice they don't say what color, they say which color. Okay? So everybody try. Welche Farbe ist das Buch? Totally unrelated sentence. It's kind of a mishmash of miscellaneous phrases today. Everybody try that. Sie ist schick. So if you're talking about clothing or something, does anybody know what the word chic actually is?
Oh,
That's an English word right there. Or we use it. It exists in English. You mean chic. So it's in, it's trendy.
No one uses that anymore.
They do in German. Alright. And the last thing that will take a little bit of explaining, but there are words in German that are like emphasis or flavoring words. We've talked a little bit about it over the year. So these are all words that have a meaning, but when you use them in a sentence, they don't always use their meaning. You just throw them in there sometimes to add more emphasis to something. No? So there are four I'm going to teach you about. What does aber mean normally? But, yep. You could, however, say something like, these words, by the way, if you like sarcasm, are great for sarcasm. Okay, what does klug mean? Smart. Good. Okay, so you could say, du bist aber klug. And it doesn't mean you are but smart. Okay, but it's just adding an extra emphasis. It's like, oh, you're like really smart. Du bist aber klug, you know, or something. But you could use it very sarcastically, of course. Du bist aber klug, you know, whatever. Okay, so you can switch how you're using it there. Okay. So again, aber means but we're using it as an emphasis word, so there is no actual meaning in the sentence when you use it. So you are not using its translation. You're just adding extra oomph to your sentence, extra Germanness. Extra Germanness. So denn is another one. Den means because, but it's not going to in this sentence. Okay? What is this question asking? Was machst du denn hier? What are you doing here? It's just adding more like oomph to the sentence. So it's not what are you doing because here. It's just what are you doing here? You know what I mean? Changes the sentence slightly. Okay. All right, we have two more. Ja is actually also a flavoring word. Okay. So for example, du weißt ja, dass wir hier wohnen. So it's almost putting emphasis on like that. You already know that we live here. So it's du weißt, you know, dass wir hier wohnen, that we live here. So again, more emphasis. And the last one. Last one is doch. Doch is just kind of a goofy word. in general, it's a hard concept for people to understand sometimes. Doch means on the contrary, but only when you're changing something to be a positive effect. So if somebody said, so-and-so isn't smart, that's a negative statement. So you could say doch. And then you're saying, yes, so-and-so is, because it's changing it to a positive thing. If somebody said, so-and-so is smart, you could not say doch, because then you'd be changing it to a negative statement. So it means on the contrary. So, like, the opposite is true, but only if it makes it a positive statement. Isn't that kind of cool? It's like a weird little thing that it takes people a long time to figure out how to use correctly. But most of the time when people are using doch, right now it's as an emphasis word. Okay? So, for example, okay, so bring doch eine CD mit. What's that saying? Bring doch eine
Not the last word.
mit.
Oh,
CD.
I'm sorry. I thought
And
it
then
was
the word
one
for with. Okay, so bring doch eine CD mit. What is that? In English. Bring a CD with, yeah. But it's just more emphasis, like, oh, bring a CD. Do you know what I mean? I still heard you. Okay?
Yes.
Fragen?